Well, during the horse show, hundreds of women queued to come on stage to try and win the Best Dressed Lady competition. Let's have a look and see the finalists.
I'm very excited to be wearing a dress by Doll from Ruby Rouge.
Just anything that's really high and big and just a bit striking, I love.
My dress is part of my next autumn-winter collection.
My hat was made by Carol Kennelly from Tralee Milliner. She's very talented. I love her work, and I keep my hair red, so she makes most of my hats red to match my hair.
Millinery in Ireland is just at its peak at the minute, so it's great. Like, it's a great showcase for milliners and that, so wonderful, yeah.
The style is fantastic, but Irish people are so stylish and they love being celebrated for your style, and it's such a wonderful day here today as well, so it's been fabulous.
Long live the horse show, that's what I say.
Well, the fashion being a big part of the week here. But now it's time to get back to the horsey action. The FEI Nations Cup for the award of the Aga Khan Trophy is the main event on the Friday of the show. The President of Ireland, Michael D. Higgins, arrived to watch the 8 top nations in the world compete for the famous trophy. Aga Khan Day is a truly special day, and with the pomp and ceremony, it is unique to world show jumping. The Irish team of Dara Kearns, Clem McMahon, Cian O'Connor and Richie Maloney won the Aga Khan Trophy for the first time in 8 years. The team from Germany, well, they won the league and collected €100,000. For the second year running, a 2-year-old lightweight gelding topped the Laidlaw Cup, this time for Michael O'Callaghan. O'Callaghan, who is a top producer, has only showed the Lux gelding on 4 occasions this season.
Sure, it means a lot to me because at the end of the day, like, this is the kind of the Gold Cup for us, it's a gold medal for us, you know, in the showing game, you know. And at the end of the day, it's the main class to win here, you know. It's the Supreme Championship. It's very hard to be done, and touch wood, have we done this time. So it's a great achievement, you know. He bought his foal 2 years ago. He took it out of mind, you know, and he was only shown 3 times as a yearling, and he won every time. He won the All-Ireland final as a yearling, and this year he's been shown 3 times. He won the All-Ireland final again, and he came straight here, and touch wood is all going to plan, like, you know. I say he's going to go on and he's going to be a top-class show horse in England, you know, and he will take a lot of beating, I think, in saddle, you know.
The reserve champion was Mr. Kingsley, this one by Kingsmaster, with the sire of the dam being Edmund Burke.
We bought this fellow's foal from his breeder, Mr. Shane O'Neill from Bagnallstown, and we hoped he'd make a nice horse someday, and he has, so it means a lot. He should come back here next year under saddle if he doesn't change hands, and that would be the programme for him, because he'd make a lovely riding horse, a lovely ridden hunter.
Certainly look forward to following the progress of the champion and the reserve champion, and hopefully we will see them back here under saddle. One of the most amazing acts at the RDS this year was Jean-François Pignon. He packed the main arena over the 5 days. And you know, actions speak louder than words, so let's have a look at him in action.
I'm very excited for rocking with horses, but with fall now. It's a new system in my job, and it's very interesting.
The support for the Cobb classes was fantastic in all sections. The champion was Beach Hill Flagmont for Michael Comerford. This was the second Cobb title that Comerford has won. Beach Hill Flagmont was bought out of Gorge Bridge sales and is by the stallion Welcome Flagmont. The reserve champion came from the lightweight division, and this one was Lee Begg. This one was produced by the well-respected Jane Bradbury and is owned by Daphne Tiernan. Next up is the Connolly's Red Mills 7 and 8-year-old international show jumping competition, and this is to discover the next rising star of international show jumping. International riders take their best 7 and 8-year-olds to compete, plus a number of good horses from the national circuit qualify to jump. After 3 days of jumping, the final takes place in the main arena. Clem McMahon completed a clear round on Point 2 Elvis, an 8-year-old gelding by Luxed out of a Faristo mare. With an unfortunate 8 faults in the second round, Clem finished in 13th place overall. Swiss rider Pius Schweizer and a 7-year-old mare Raphael de Forêt produced a superb double clear round. This Self-Francais mare by L'Arc de Triomphe out of a Myrtle de Forêt is owned by Pius and Pro Horse International. Having finished second in the first qualifying competition on Wednesday evening, William Funnel and Billy Mexico had an unfortunate 4 faults in the first round. This 7-year-old stallion by Galvin Zed out of a La Mexico mare is owned by Billy Stud and is definitely one to watch for the future. Irish rider James Hogg and the Irish sport horse Interpreter also picked up 4 faults in the first round. Interpreter is a 7-year-old gelding by the famous Cruising out of a Diamond Rock mare. Of the 22 horses that competed in the final, 14 clear rounds went through to the jump-off in the second round. Swiss international rider Pius Schweizer closed the curtains on the young horse classes with a show-stopping performance aboard the French-bred Raphael de Forêt. Pius was delighted with the win and thinks this horse in 2 years' time will be one that will be competing on the world stage. Well, joining me is Joe Connolly from Connolly's Red Mills. Joe, you're supporting the future international stars, and what a great competition it is.
Yes, it's turned out to be very, very successful, and we're delighted with the opportunity to do this. In all the years coming here, this was the first time we've actually sponsored a championship like this. From an international perspective, the RDS is known worldwide, so we're just moving our levels up from just being a local supplier in these particular areas, even though we're selling horse feed worldwide at this stage.
still more to come. Join us in a few moments' time.